Hey everyone, how's it going? Anthonymuthurajah here. Yes, I haven't posted all year. I am very well aware. For those of you who've been reaching out and leaving comments or writing me emails, thank you for keeping in touch. I've been doing good. Things are picking up. As you know, I moved to New York City a couple of years ago. It's already been 2.5 years, so it's been a while. And part of the process of moving to a new place is, of course, working and establishing yourself or re-establishing yourself. So things have been going good. 2025 is definitely looking to be a very good year for me. So I have a lot of exciting things that are coming up, which I will talk about more on the channel because yes, I have to and I want to commit to at least putting out 1 or 2 videos a month so that, you can kind of follow me on my journey. And also I would love to continue to share all the goodies like I've always done over the last coming to 8 years. In January, it'll be 8 years since I started this channel, which is quite crazy. But yeah, thank you all for sticking around. And I set up my camera and I decided to record because we are at the end of the year and I would like to share with you yet another practice routine challenge. Okay, so if you have followed the previous 2 challenges that I shared, they involve scales: major scale, melodic minor, harmonic minor, and both the symmetrical diminished scales. And then I spoke about triads: major, minor, diminished, and augmented triads. And I spoke about playing the scales in 2 octaves and the triads in 2 octaves, and then playing diatonic triads within the scale. So if you have melodic minor, there are sets of triads in there, and playing it sequentially in the key. So I don't want to yap again about the previous challenges, so I'm going to link them right there for you to check out. Okay, so the natural progression of this routine challenge is to now involve 7th chords. So 7th chords are typically triads that has a 7th above an intervallic 7th. So it could be a major 7th or a minor 7th, or in the case of a diminished 7th, it'll be a double flat 7. So if you have a foundational understanding of triads, 7th chords are very easy to add on top and also to kind of process the sound of it. And it's also a good way to teach your ear to hear 7th chords and the upper structure of that chord. So for instance, if I have C major 7, okay, what it really is just C major triad and an E minor triad, which is kind of nice because now if I was to play a melody, I can just sing an E minor triad. And it's got a nice melodic sound, and it is a very different way of hearing the chord as opposed to just thinking 1 3 5 7, 1 flat 3 5 5 7, whatever the hell it is. So it's important to kind of simplify the way we think and approach things, right? So I'm going to show all the examples of what I'm going to talk about in this routine, with G being my primer. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, we have 6 7th chords that are rudimentary. The other chords over and above that are variations of these 6. Okay, so if you know these 6 and you know triads, the remaining 7th chords, hybrid, poly, slash, whatever the hell it is, will become easier, right? So the first chord type, major 7, and if you already know, 2 octaves, all right? So that's G major 7, 2 octaves. Just a quick pause. If you're playing a 4-string, you're gonna have to do that. Okay, I'm taking advantage of the fact that I have a 5 and I have a low B which has that note. And also, just a side note to all my 5-string bass playing friends and family and enemies and whatnot, use your low B. Don't just use it below the E down there. Use it up here. There's no harm. Okay, so major 7, dominant 7th, minor 7, minor 7 flat 5, minor major 7, diminished 7th. Okay, so these are the 6. Everything else, major 7 sharp 5 is a major 7, raise the 5th. Okay, what else? Major 6, you know, drop the 7th to the 6th, but that's a 6th chord, that's not a 7th. That's a little different, maybe a video for another time. So now, how do we make a routine out of this? Like what I just did, I pick one note, G, and I run with it. So G major 7, G dominant, minor 7, minor 7 flat 5, minor major 7, and diminished 7th. I follow this particular kind of progression just because I like it. It doesn't mean you have to stick to it, but as long as you practice these 6 7th chords, it's very confusing, you'll be more than okay. Once you are comfortable doing it in 2 octaves, if you know me by now from having this channel around for 8 years, I like to practice all the notes below and above the root notes. So I'm going to find all the notes below this G. So I have F sharp, D, and the open B. Above this G, because I have 24 frets, I have another octave of a major 7. Okay, now how do you maneuver that? I've spoken about playing scales from lowest highest notes, and one of the ways you can systematically play the entire neck is to play at least 5 notes per string, if not 6. If you can do 6, great. 5 is usually pretty good because it will give you good access and mileage. For example, if I did a C major scale, okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, or let's 7, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4. What am I even doing? I'm playing a different scale altogether. This is why I like practicing this stuff. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so that is C major from the lowest to highest note. I played 6, at least 5 notes, at most 6. So when I'm playing arpeggios, I follow a similar principle. I would try to play at least 3. At most, maybe, depends, 4. 1 2 3 4. Yeah, 1 2 3 4. 1 2. Okay, that's just 2 notes. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. So at the very least 2, at most 4. So B, D, F sharp, G. That's 4 notes on the B string. And then B, D, F sharp, G on the E string. B, D on the A string. And then I use this opportunity to play the F sharp on the D string, G, B. So that's on the D string, those 3 notes. And then D, F sharp, G on the G string. Okay, so organizing it this way, it does a lot of beautiful things for your playing, but most importantly, it helps you connect visually with the instrument, because you need to keep an eye out for these notes, right? So that's major 7. Let's say I did dominant 7th. Okay, let's do minor 7. Now I don't have a low B flat, I have a low B, so I'm going to start on the D. Okay, let's do minor 7 flat 5. I have a D flat here, which is the flat 5. Okay, minor major 7. diminished 7th. This is going to be tricky. Okay, for me the diminished 7th always trips me up because there's a symmetry to it, you know. And I'm trying not to depend on the symmetry to help play these arpeggios. So, lowest to highest, pick one note. So, G, you're going to play your G major 7, minor 7, dominant, minor 7 flat 5, minor major 7, diminished 7th, lowest available to highest available note, and then the next day pick another note and do this. So, once you get this down, just keep repeating it. Okay, so my philosophy is simple. As soon as something's under my fingers, I'm not done. I will keep doing it, continue to do it, and will always do it, regardless of the status of how well I know it. Because if we were to call it quits when something is under our fingers and just try to keep moving on without sort of touching base on certain things, no pun intended, it's very hard to retain the information, and also very hard to retain the muscle memory of being able to play these lines and arpeggios and scales. Okay, so I hope this helps, and yes, wherever you are in the world, happy holidays, be safe, take good care of yourselves, lots of love and lots of well wishes, and I will see you all in the shed until the next video, all right, which is going to be next year. So Happy New Year in advance. All right. Peace.